Welcome you all for the session 6 under Satellite Fundamentals. Myself, Lohit Pankar, lecturer in the Department of Electronics and Communication, Government Women's Polytechnic, Shiralakoppa. The table of contents goes like this: introduction, diagram of polar satellite, advantages, disadvantages, applications, comparison between polar and geostationary satellite eclipse. In the previous session, we discussed about the uh, geostationary satellites and about the advantages, disadvantages, and applications of the geostationary satellites. Introduction: Polar satellites. The polar satellites revolve around the Earth in a north and south orbit, passing over the poles at an angle of 90 degree. Polar satellites ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವು 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸೌತ್ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಹತ್ರ. The polar satellites are positioned nearly 500 to 800 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ above the earth. ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅವು ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದ 500ರಿಂದ 800 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. Polar satellites revolve around the earth in a north and south polar direction around the earth, as opposed to east-west like the geostationary satellites. In the previous sessions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ geostationary satellites they are rotating the earth in the equatorial planar, that is in the rotating the earth in east and west direction, whereas polar satellites are rotating the earth in a north and south polar direction. The diagram of the polar satellites are visible here. Now you can observe here the polar satellites are revolving the earth in the north and south polar region. The time taken to complete one revolution of the polar satellites is 2 to 3 hours. Whereas you can also see here the rotation of the earth in the 24 hours night side and day side, whereas the sun is located in this direction. Coming for the advantages of the polar satellites, the field vision of the entire earth is obtained in a single day. Here, since the polar satellites are located at an altitude of 500 to 800 kilometer, the visible, the complete earth visible is possible in a single day. Since the orbit is lower than the geostationary satellites, the data resolution is higher. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಜಿಯೋಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಲೊಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಟ್ ಆನ್ ಆಲ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ 500 to 800 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದ ಡಾಟಾ ರೆಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅವುಗಳ ದ ಡಾಟಾ ರೆಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ picture taken by the polar satellite is very higher. They provide global coverage for climatic studies. They are also taken for the climatic studies purpose also. Disadvantages: cannot provide continuous viewing of one location. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಏರಿಯಾನ ಕವರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ as compared to the geostationary satellites. Coming for the applications, the satellites are used for mapping and surveying. Polar satellites ಇವುಗಳನ್ನ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸರ್ವೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ವೆದರ್ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್. climate based disaster monitoring can be done in a short time. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ವೆದರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್, ವೆದರ್ ಎನಿ ಡಿಸಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ರಿಲೇ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಇವುಗಳ ರಿಲೇ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿನೂ ಸಹಿತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. Now coming for the comparison between the polar and geostationary satellites. In the first column we have polar satellites. In the next column we have a geostationary satellites. We'll see one by one. The first one located along the north-south polar orbit. That is, the polar satellites are revolving in a north and south polar regions. Geostationary satellites located along the equatorial plane. Second one, located at an altitude of 500 to 800 km above the Earth. Whereas geostationary satellites located at an altitude of 36,000 km above the Earth. The time taken to complete one revolution of the Earth is 2 hours for polar satellites. Time taken to complete one revolution of the Earth is 24 hours by geostationary satellites. Excellent coverage at the polar regions done by the polar satellites. Cannot cover at the polar regions. That is, geostationary satellites are not going to cover the north and south polar regions. Has high resolution. That is, the polar satellites are having high resolution since they are located very near to the Earth. That is around 500 km to 800 km. Whereas geostationary satellites are having a low resolution since they are located too far from the Earth, that is 36,000 km. Next, we'll see satellite eclipse. Satellite eclipse is a phase in which the satellite does not receive the sunlight to charge itself through the solar cells. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಎಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಸೀವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸನ್ಲೈಟ್, okay, through the solar cells. Since the satellite is going to operate with the help of the solar cells during the satellite eclipse, it is not possible to get the power from the solar cells. That is going to in turn reduces the power of the satellite to transmit or receive the signals from the Earth station. Illi during that time it is not possible to transmit and receive the signal from the Earth station. Ground ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಒಂದು ಅರ್ತ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟ್ ಟು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Modern satellites are well equipped with the batteries for operating during the eclipse. To overcome this, the modern satellites have what ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ they are having the batteries. In the absence of the solar, they are having the batteries in order to provide the power to the circuit for the inside circuit for the satellites. There are two types of eclipse that cause a geostationary satellites in a shadow. ಇಲ್ಲಿ geostationary satellites are distracted by the satellite eclipse. That is, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಎಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಅರ್ತ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್. This is caused by the Earth blocking the sunlight and happens near equinoxes, that is 2 days in the year when day and night are equal length. Illi sunlight is going to block the by giving the another sunlight to the geostationary satellites. Next, Earth caused eclipse can continue up to 45 days around the equinox, with the satellite being shadow for up to 70 minutes each day. ದಿಸ್ ಅರ್ತ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೂವ್ ಒಂದು 45 ದಿನಗಳವರೆಗೂ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಡೈಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅಪ್ ಟು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ 70 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಡೈಲಿ. ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ 2 times a year. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿಯೋಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ 1-2 times ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಬಾರಿ ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Second one, that is vernal and autumnal equinoxes for about 6 weeks each year. Satellites are in the Earth's shadow for few minutes to as much as 65 minutes on the day of the equinox. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಫಿಗರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ geostationary satellite is revolving around the Earth, okay, where that is sun in the sun and Earth there is a equinox distance, okay. During the equinox, what will happen? That is the geostationary satellites are going to not receiving the sunlight. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು again I am going to tell that is in the same during a satellite eclipse no power, no solar power needed. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸೋಲಾರ್ ಪವರ್ ನ geostationary satellites ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Instead of that they are going to use the battery. Second one, moon caused eclipse. A moon caused eclipse is irregular and is difficult to predict. ಈ ಮೂನ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಂಭವಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಮೂನ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಲಿಪ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಮೂನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಡೇ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಮೂನ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೊಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸನ್. When the moon is located on the dark side of the earth, there will never be moon caused eclipse. The figure shows the moon caused eclipse. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ moon and satellites are coming in between the sun and earth as you are observing in the figure. Now students, coming for the multiple choice questions. We'll discuss one by one. First one, define polar orbits. Options: A, satellites orbit the Earth in such a way as to cover the north and south polar regions. B, satellites orbit the Earth in such a way as to cover the east and west polar regions. Option C, both A and B. Option D, none of the above. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ polar satellites ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? Means as we already know, since the polar satellites orbit the earth in order to cover the north and south polar regions, that is the option A is the right answer. Second question, the data resolution is higher for. Options are A, polar satellites, B, geostationary satellites, C, both A and B, D, none of the above. Data resolution ಯಾವ satellites ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Means when we are going to take the one photo from the satellites, which satellites will give the data resolution higher? That is the option A is the right answer. That is polar satellites. ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಡಾಟಾ ರೆಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ right, that is polar satellites are located at an altitude of 500 to 800 kilometer, whereas geostationary satellites are located too far from the earth, that is around 36,000 kilometer. Coming for the question number 3, time taken for the polar satellite to complete one revolution of the earth is. Options are A, 24 hours, B, 2 hours, C, 6 hours, D, 8 hours. Polar satellite, how much time they are going to take to revolve the Earth. Since they are located at an altitude of 500 to 800 kilometer, the time taken is 2 hours. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತಿ 2 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಅವು ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸು ಅರ್ತ್ನ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೌತ್ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವು ಅರ್ತ್ನ ಸುತ್ತುತ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 4, satellite eclipse is defined as. Options are A, phase in which the satellite does not receive the sunlight. Option B, phase in which the satellite does not receive the moonlight. Option C, both A and B. D, none of the above. Satellite eclipse, how we are defining it, that is option A is the right answer, that is phase in which the satellite does not receive the sunlight. Question number 5, excellent coverage of north south pole is dash satellites. ಅಂದ್ರೆ excellent coverage of the north and south polar region is done by which satellites? Options are A, geostationary satellite, B, polar satellite, C, both A and B, D, none of the above. It is as we have discussed already, the polar satellite, that is option B is the right answer. Question number 6, polar satellites present at altitude of dash. Options are A, around 500 kilometer, B, 5000 kilometer, C, around 36,000 kilometer, D, around 10 lakh kilometer. It is right. They are located at an altitude of 500 kilometer. Option A is the right answer. Question number 7, dash satellites are used for mapping and surveying. Options are A, geostationary satellites, B, polar satellites, C, both A and B, D, none of the above. It is option B is the right answer, it is polar satellites. Question number 8, polar satellites have dash than the geostationary satellites. Options are A, lower orbit, B, higher orbit, C, same orbit, D, none of the above. ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪೋಲಾರ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಲೋವರ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಜಿಯೋಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ satellites. Means polar satellites located at an altitude of around 500 to 800 kilometer, whereas geostationary satellites are located at an altitude of 36,000 kilometer. That is the option A is the right answer, lower orbit. Question number 9, during vernal equinox, options are sun passes the equator moving from the southern to northern hemisphere. Option B, sun passes the equator moving from the northern to southern hemisphere. C, both A and B. D, none of the above. It is option A is the right answer, that is during the vernal equinox, sun passes the equator moving from the southern to northern hemisphere. Question number 10, during autumnal equinox, options are A, sun passes the equator moving from the southern to northern hemisphere. B, sun passes the equator from moving from the northern to southern hemisphere. C, both A and B. D, none of the above. Option B is the right answer, that is during autumnal equinox, sun passes the equator moving from the northern to southern hemisphere. Thank you.